We're here. I don't know how this is going to work, but Matt Ignall, Lucky's Pipe, Sam Sheehan. We're joined once again by Jack Michael, the Sixers antagonist, Hebert of Riffs, the acclaimed filmmaker, and for the first time, Efren Ramos, the GIF god, the GIF god, who you know from Celtics Twitter. First topic, we're talking tattoos, and Lucky's Pipe here is going to share his screen, and we're going to go through them. Take it away, Lucky.
Hot start, baby. We got it. Now, there it is.
Boom. Yeah, all right.
What do we got?
All right, so it's
see
the not tattoo rankings. We're not actually gonna rank them, but you know, I was thinking about tattoos a lot this week because Tatum showed off these buttes. First, so we all know he wants to play basketball in Louis, and he loves his hometown very much. He tattooed himself and his young guy, and also an atomic catastrophe with St. Louis until the world blows.
Dude,
the world blows. This is like exactly the tattoo a Cubs fan would get, like during like a Cardinals. Like, by the way, like I'll take the first crack at this. Like, Jayson is clearly he clearly loves St. Louis, but this is also he's training like Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2. That's like what he's doing, because you'll remember Linda Hamilton also sees, as Sarah Connor, she sees the nuclear holocaust, and that's what makes her like just turn into like a working out psychopath. So I think that's Jayson's actually put so much time into the gym that he's actually become Sarah Connor.
The thing that rules about Tatum is like if you listen to any of his interviews, he sounds like just like a fucking box of macaroni and cheese. Like, it's just very boring. But like if you follow for like 10 minutes any of his Instagram or any of his like commercials or art or anything, it's very, very clear that he's a surrealist artist, and like he's making like broad social commentaries by like dumping 1.5 pounds of cheese onto his tacos, and like not even like bluntly putting it that the world is going to end in nuclear holocaust.
He's like just been posting photos where he'll like enlarge his head, so he looks like he's on like, it's like GoldenEye and you turn on DK mode. Like, he's just been doing that for like for seemingly no reason.
The one where he's in the crib with Deuce.
Oh,
that was today.
Everything he does though. There's a really great picture of him with the Easter Bunny and Deuce, where it looks like all of them are on ecstasy and Donnie Darko, and it's so fucking good. He really is the coolest.
I mean, it's pretty badass to get a tattoo of yourself with your own name on the back of your jersey. No one could pull that off. I'm pretty sure.
You're
There's so many levels.
No one's gonna watch your own back. No one's gonna watch your back except yourself.
With your son that you named after yourself. That's insanely cool. Yeah. Like, that's just how.
There's speaking about yourself in the third person, and then there's this Tatum tattoo, which just took it to a whole like we were gonna think that it was like Kevin Durant holding his child or some shit if he didn't put Tatum on the back of it.
In a way, he's kind of indirectly saying that like my name will outlive my city. Like, this is how famous I will be. That I will literally outlive St. Louis.
I mean, it's bleak, but at least he has a vision for the future. So.
He's also probably right. So
this where do Tatum's tattoos fall in line with Kevin Durant, who has a glorious fucking thigh tat of the man.
Dude, Kevin Durant rules. The Rick James photo that he got, it wasn't even like a distinctive picture of Rick James. Like, that very well could be Keith Richards.
And also looks like a little bit of Jayson Tatum. Like, it could be Jayson Tatum, just with a fucking.
I mean, I wouldn't want Rick James holding Deuce, but that's a whole different. but no, like his Kevin Durant is cool. He had this idea to get like a genius series of geniuses of art. But like NBA players spend like 13 to 15 hours a day just like shooting jumpers and being mad online at people. So he had like he has like no broad cultural understanding of what is and isn't cool, and he like heard like Super Freak one time when he was high, and it was just like a mind-blowing experience for him. So in his series of geniuses, he just couldn't believe that Rick James had written the song Mary Jane, and that's why he has a tattoo of him.
And that's also why he has a burner account, married_Jane 2029.
Oh
he just like replies with his stats from the finals versus LeBron.
I feel like it's pretty cowardly that these guys are getting tattoos on their upper thighs, a lot of the chest, so you can't see them when they're out there. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
That's
but
like,
there's the Nick Young methodology of the arm. You know, the shooting arm is for buckets only. You know, nothing else. So I can respect that, but I don't know.
JJ Redick
But
is also
Katie-
a one-sider.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Katie has like a plethora of really great ones, and it's on the screen on Lucky, so I want to bring it up. Is that he has a biblical scripture one, but it's Jesus, but he looks like Jesus is like really out of it on painkillers, or like playing guitar for Bootsy Collins' new rubber band in the 1990s. He just like I don't think he understands culture to any degree. Like I think he just like Googled who is cool and he picked out like Rick James, and then he wanted to like pick out a version of Jesus who looked vaguely like he was in
Fucking
Funkadelic.
Yeah. I am my sleeper's brother.
Little Jesus.
Next one, Lucky.
Oh, AK-47.
I don't even know.
This one, okay. This one, I have. So,
What am I looking at?
I have a lot of feelings about the Andre Kirilenko one. First, it's based on World of Warcraft, which he's a gamer. He games hard. And second, it's basically like the exact tattoo that Dollarhide in Red Dragon has of the William Blake painting that he reveals to people right before he kills them. Like that was the last thing he showed Philip Seymour Hoffman before he lit him on fire and taped him to a wheelchair.
Wait. This is making more sense because you know Kirilenko's the guy who had like the one free pass like with his wife like once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe that like went deeper. Maybe the reason she was okay with that was because he actually like murdered them right after they saw him without his shirt on.
The implication is that you don't see them after, but you really don't see them after.
No, we have to like respect Kirilenko. I just remembered it's like insanely cool that like he like opted out of like a $10 million contract and went and signed with the Nets for like $3 million immediately afterwards, and like nobody investigated anything, even though it was like clearly being given like basically like I don't know, an estate somewhere.
Dude, it rules. He just like suddenly had all these like beautiful mink coats and like
And he had
oil paintings that were stolen during World War II.
He suddenly had like.
Something tells me.
He just had all.
Kirilenko probably watches Angels and Demons when he was in the playoffs, like LeBron James reads that Mafia book. He just watches it every night.
Dude, LeBron read the Hunger Games and like the bookmark never moved any day he went to read it. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm like not even kidding. LeBron's definitely gonna be like he's gonna like move on like this year. He's gonna start with like War and Peace, but then like he's gonna be like reading the feedback, and by the end of it, he's gonna have a portable DVD player and he's gonna be like watching Nanette on like Netflix like before everything like goes on.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, we got our boy Deron Williams here.
oh, here we go. More jazz.
D. Wills.
Dude,
That's a panther,
rules.
right?
Yeah,
So
he got an
You got a
erotic
panther covered up with another panther.
He literally got a stripper tattoo and said, "What if it was buff?" and then added muscle extensions to it.
Big Jack.
When you cover up a panther with a panther, you just like that's when you're just admitting you're not trying to play basketball anymore and you're just collecting a check.
This probably happened after the whole Team USA went to that Wendy's during the Olympics. That's when Deron Williams said, "You know what? I'm tired of this athlete shit." Sorry.
Dude, the coolest thing ever was when he hired his own beat writer, but then he couldn't play basket, he couldn't make baskets, and so the guy wasn't even allowed to write about basketball anymore.
Don't miss him.
Oh man.
Oh, right. Come on. This one reminds me of the Janet Jackson nipple ring from the Super Bowl. If you still remember it, had
That is an amazing reference. That's
That's what it looked like.
I have to say, but getting a butthole tattooed on your belly button is extremely bullshit.
And he had the courage to not have it even be a bleached one.
Yeah. Au natural, baby.
I like the
Man,
press
this is
shot
looking
that he
into it.
took with it. He's not ashamed of it at all. It's wonderful.
He's living his truth, baby.
Yeah.
No, he puts it out there. He's just like, oh yeah, get it on my belly button.
The Abe Lincoln throat, but his face, he has a P. You can see it kind of in this picture here. For the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Hell yeah, face tat. He brought face tats into the mainstream.
Yeah, and then he also
Forget
has
that.
on his forehead, he has a crack, and his explanation for it is, quote, "I don't crack. I feel like people always try to break me, but I don't crack. So I put that there," end quote.
Dude, we learned a whole bunch of really, really amazing stuff about him in the 2011 finals, as he was just screaming at every single member of the Heat. But the coolest, and my inclination with this tattoo is to say that I don't think he knows who Abraham Lincoln is. I think he is just really, really into different dollar bills because he has an ATM machine in his home.
That's awesome.
That's a whole different level of pimping that I can't even comprehend.
Collect the
No,
fees.
dude, no,
He's getting
no.
a percentage off.
No, nobody played poker with him because they saw the thing and they saw the crack on his head and they said, "Oh, this
he don't crack."
this clearly indicates that you don't crack. This is clearly a postmodern sort of a commentary on."
They thought the P was for poker face,
God.
not realizing he's just a big Lady Gaga fan.
It's actually for post-ideology. He's really into Slavoj Zizek.
He was asked why the P is backwards, because it looks like a 9 if you're looking straight at him. So his response was, he was asking this in the locker room, and he pointed at a teammate who was across the locker room, and he said, "No, because if you stand where he's standing, it looks like a P." So I don't think he understood the difference between looking
He does
in a
not
mirror,
understand mirrors, dude. He's fucking
No.
looking in a
lost.
mirror,
no.
and looking at someone across the room.
No, Deshaun is unironically extremely cool. And,
Oh, yeah.
definitely owned that whole playoffs and relished in going toe to toe with LeBron, which is not something a lot of guys can say. So this one's cool because you get, this is where you really see where the Chapo fans are in the NBA, because just the basketball crank in real life.
This is the basketball crank, man. He needs
looks
mutant
like a
basketball
gooey.
crank.
What am I looking at here? Who is this?
This is
DeJounte Murray, and he has a nightmare version of a basketball. It looks like if you ever see that 80s movie Ghoulies, where there's a monster coming out of the toilet? That's what it looks like.
Dude, it looks like
disgusting.
I thought a
It looks
Teenage
like the,
Mutant Ninja
it
Turtle
looks
or
like
something.
it looks like the live-action Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like
No, seriously.
1996.
Yeah, you draw one line right below the eyes, and you're there. That just looks like the mask.
Why does it have braces?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it have a grill or
Body positivity, guys, showing people what it really looks like when your nightmare baseball head comes to life. Sometimes they need to put in work too. You think those Instagram teeth are they come out ready? No, you got to put in that work. Orthodontia, baby.
Terry
Yes.
Rozier, 317. on
We
the
can
back
all
of the
agree this is the
skull.
best one. We all agree this
This
is
is the
best
greatest
one, right?
tattoo of all time.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Every single night at 3:17, or I should say every single morning at 3:17 for maybe the past month or so, Terry's been posting a screenshot of his home screen on Snapchat, which tells me two things. One, his wallpaper is the nice, seaside beach scene, and two, he's been staying up until 3 a.m. every day for the last month.
Dude, I was gonna do like a full scale investigation of if he sleeps at all, because like sometimes I'll be up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and getting ready to go do something or whatever, and he's like still posting. And it's like on game nights.
Yeah. No. But it's also like it's happening constantly too. Like there's not really a gap. Like I'm up like an hour later and like 7 in the morning. Like there's still like posts rolling in. Like 9 in the morning. Like he might just be going with Robert Williams as far as like being the Time Lord.
He just he shot his shot at like some girl at like it was in the afternoon, but like he had been posting basically like for 12 hours straight at that point, and then he was just like, "Oh, you look good, girl."
Dude, so internally it was midnight for him for the rest of
us. Yeah. It was 4:45 in the afternoon of the day the GQ article dropped.
Do we know like the meaning, like why it's so significant? 317. I don't know.
It's his birthday. It
has to be more than that.
It also says lie upside down, so he's
that's what I was.
He is legitimately trolling Alex Jones and the Philadelphia 76ers.
It's also Danny.
His birthday wasn't a false flag, baby.
It's also Danny Ainge's birthday, which explains, why the Sixers fans hate him so much.
Mm-hmm.
And why they attack Terry so much in the playoffs for being such a fake good player until he cracked Embiid in the face.
Dude, that's like the funniest cell phone of all time. He's like, yeah, your guys are fake good players. Like, yeah, they just 4-1 to your team.
The science guy, the science, the science man in like February. Oh, this week forever. Posted like, I can't wait until the Celtics and their fake team get washed out of the playoffs again.
Dude, he can't comment on Terry's tattoo because he's cruising in his Maserati looking for a good old science tournament.
Yeah. All right. I'd also just like to point out real quick that Philippians 3:17, the Bible verse is brothers, join in imitating me and keep your eyes on those who walk according to the example you have in me. So I'd choose that.
Dude, Shemi is getting to him. Shemi posts apocalyptic Bible verses all the time, which, and I've brought this up before. I think he takes the apocalypse literally, and his answer is not to be afraid of it. It's to get so jacked that he can ward off all the demons.
Honestly, that makes a lot more sense with a Tatum tattoo. He just like crept into Tatum. You're making a lot of sense here.
Yeah,
I think we all do, but we die in a ball of fire.
On like the neutral good, chaotic good scale, like John Isaac is like the pure good, where he just doesn't want anyone doing anything except playing basketball. And then Semi is like the chaotic good, where like he'll like murder somebody with a Bible.
Yeah. Do we have the Marquise one up on the screen?
We do, man.
Because there's a lot of cognitive dissonance going on with this one. Because it says only the strong survive, but his head is exploded.
That's a shotgun, is it not?
He felt.
Yeah, that's a shotgun. He's blowing his brains out.
Yeah, so Marquise Daniels wanted to empower himself by trapping an artistic version of a man that quit life by saying, I'm not going to be that guy on my arm, but I'm going to survive. Like,
dude,
strong.
that's deep.
I appreciate Jack hanging with us on this one, because even though it's clearly Guy Fieri that's killing himself in this tattoo.
This is anime Guy Fieri.
Sorry, Jack. You guessed it.
It's okay.
Boston Barber and Tattoo Company. It's become home to A-list Boston celebrities like Gordon Hayward and Aaron Baines. Located in the North End, it's 113 Salem Street. That's Boston Barber and Tattoo Company. Get tattoos like the NBA players here. All right, what do we got? Kyrie Irving. This is the all-seeing eye.
Well, I just want to say quickly regarding the barbershop, Gordon Hayward's hair. I mentioned it on the last spot. It is looking a lot better now that it's looking less alt-righty.
He grew it out a little bit on the side.
Yeah, the previous haircut. So I just want to say, great job. Definitely go and get your various tattoos and haircuts.
Yeah, his old
Hell
brother
yeah,
was a
dude.
weirdo.
Yeah, Evan Valenti gets his haircut there. And I mean, I think he's rubbing off on Hayward.
Hey, it's a good example.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, so this Kyrie tattoo is something I actually like. Like we went through a lot of them that you like maybe ironically like or just like respect the fact that they'll put that on their skin for the rest of their life. But this one is like kind of cool because it's the Hansa hand and it's got the all-seeing eye in the center of it, and it kind of reads into why there's like Reddit posts of people thinking that Kyrie is legitimately in the Illuminati, which is a cool thing. That he literally tricked a group of people, and it kind of reads into like his flat Earth theory. So that's I mean, he's such a fascinating guy, and I think he also has a Standing Rock tattoo now.
Yeah,
probably yeah. I just want to point out too, on all of
cool
his
tattoos.
on the Kyrie 4 on every single pair is the all-seeing eye with the 369. It's on the back or on the inside of the tongue of every single Kyrie 4 pair now. So you can take a little piece of him with you everywhere you go.
The guys have stuff like men lie, women lie, but buckets don't lie. But Kyrie has one that says Quetzalcoatl don't lie.
Am I reading right that it says "Let no sadness come to this home"?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, yes. No, heart? I think it's heart.
Yeah, I'm reading heart there. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I
And
guess
then it
that's
says, "Let no trouble come to these hands." And
let no
I
conflict
am-
come to these eyes.
Yes.
He's just on a whole
Fucking
nother
just-
plane.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah. And it's enjoyable because, like, a lot of people who are like that have, like, really problematic aspects of him. But he is just, like, this very empathetic person who's, like, generous with everybody he comes into contact with. So, I think he actually would have been a hippie. Like, a genuine one, not, like, the fake ones.
Yeah, no, he's, like, actually, like... He's like completely earnest about like most of the like the stuff. There's no like cynicism to him, and I think that's like kind of underappreciated about Kyrie. Like,
yeah,
he's the type of guy.
He's an earnest Green Party voter. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, he's like standing in a field and like picks up his hand and just like digs into the dirt and he's just like looking at it and like smelling it, and he's like, why do people go to Los Angeles and go to a music festival in the middle of a city and like wear like hippie stuff? Like that doesn't make sense. And then he just sniffs it again. He might lick it a couple times, we don't know. And then he like throws it in the sky toward the sunset, and it's a beautiful scene.
It's gonna be so cool when like Felger and Maz like freak out at him for going to Burning Man during a series.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Jimi Hendrix is part Native American too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Kyrie's
talking
growing
about
the
Jimi Hendrix.
He's growing the Jimi Hendrix
Also-
hair.
That's right.
got-
That's right.
got
And people deny
another-
the Mind
another-
Sherpa.
Yeah, another cool modern current NBA player tattoo is the Jimi Hendrix on the calf of Oubre under his misfit. So he's got like punk rock going into like classic fucking awesome rock, and it's a pretty cool leg piece.
I think
I've come around a lot on Kelly Oubre. He still has me blocked on Twitter. Kelly, please unblock me. Crying after, yeah. He made one uncool move, and I made a character judgment on him, and I severely regret that. So Kelly Oubre, unblock me, please. I need to talk to you. Thank you.
Yeah, no,
I have
Kelly
a
is
long-term.
probably-
I have a long-term history of when he pushed Olynyk, I said I liked him even more for him having done it. Because I used to just bitch about Olynyk 24/7 during games. So my long-standing public record supports Kelly Oubre Jr.
His eyes rival Horford's for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a handsome individual.
and he's also like he's kind of replaced. Like I feel like in like 2011, like this was like Joakim Noah, like the guy that I would like hate on, but like if he was on my team, I'd like form a small cult around him. Again, like Oubre is just kind of like transcended that, like where like everyone on the Wizards just like complains and like it like does like weird Dwight Howard like sloughing around, and Kelly Oubre is the only like real one. Like if there was Malice at the Palace during a Wizards game, like nobody would go into the audience. All of them would like leave except for like Kelly Oubre, who would like develop one of the Overwatch Reinhardt shields on the spot and then just like go into the crowd like with that shield his teammates because that's how much he cares. He's an extremely good dude.
He's definitely in the napalm class of the badasses in the league. Like smart, like he would actually fight people in the crowd. Like
it wouldn't
anything could
surprise me
happen.
if like Oubre went to like listen to like German industrial like rock, like death metal or some shit. He's just wild. The last one I got is DeMarcus Cousins, and I just like how he uses stars a lot. It's a reoccurring theme, and he always uses negative space stars, which is like, it's kind of a cool thing. Kind of breaks up all the other stuff. I see a feather on his inside bicep. That's pretty dope. But
I think
it's actually a dream
catcher. Yeah.
It's
Which is also cool.
It's
I
a
support it.
profound commentary on being an NBA superstar playing in Sacramento.
Holy shit.
Well, the Dreamcatcher like perfectly aligns with his armpit, so it's actually catching all the negativity in his sweat,
So good.
and like keeping
Toxins.
it from all the toxins are like being leaked out. So
Is that a Phantom of the Opera mask on his right arm, his right bicep?
boy, it sure looks like it.
Could be.